There's this thing called a side hustle, or what do you do when you leave work to make a little extra money? Is that always a good thing, or does that tend to lead to overwork?
I thought it when you said side hustle, I thought of that dance, "Do the Hustle." Remember
Do
that
the
one?
hustle.
Yeah, it was great.
Can you do that dance?
I can't. I have no rhythm. I guess I do. I just can't hear it. I don't know. They
Oh,
don't they don't it doesn't connect with
let me
me.
see. Let's take a look.
There's no way, man, 'cause it looks just it's goofy, right? You ever seen a big guy try to dance?
Yeah, a few
It's
times.
not graceful at all. It looked like a clunky
John
rock out
Travolta,
there.
wasn't he a big
Yeah.
guy, tall guy?
Now John Travolta, he did this number, you
Oh,
know?
they just made him look big in the
How did
screen,
we get
right?
off of that side hustle? The bottom line is like these people getting, side hustles, if you will. They're their own boss, right? They go out here and try to do something a little extra on their own that they find enjoyable, rewarding, um, give them happiness. It might give them a little more financial freedom. Because, like, you get into a job, man, that you've done for X number of years or decades, perhaps a career, and let's say you've reached a point where you can't advance anymore. You've kind of capped that thing out. You capped away your potential or capped out the opportunity. People can get stuck in that rut and they can become very overwhelmed by that. So, coin kind of into the area of finding something else you like to do that they're coining the term side hustle it can be pretty rewarding a little bit if you handle that right.
Well, coming through medical school, I put myself through medical school as a massage therapist. And once I got out into full clinical practice, I still had this massive clientele of
Hmm.
people that I developed relationships with for 15 years. And I continued to do that kind of work just on the side so that I could maintain those relationships. Yes, it was a little bit of extra money, but that really wasn't why I did it. It was
Hmm.
something that was rewarding and helped me stay connected to people and continue to help their neck aches, back aches, ankle strains and sprains and sprained knees. And they still see me as a clinician today.
Well, even when I met you, more than 10 years ago, you were still doing that sometimes. It'd be two or three or something like that that once you've done. So a side hustle had been part of your life for a long time.
Even in the practice now, I still do
Every
hands-on
once in a
medicine. So I
while.
got that side hustle even inside the practice.
Once a side hustler, always a side hustler. I don't know. But the thing is, it's like people can get so stuck in their ways that they want to find something else. And so, I would say from our perspective, we encourage people to keep the options open to continue to expand your career, your learning, your opportunities you have, and try things new for a time. I mean, my goodness, if you stop learning and stop challenging yourself to try things new, or maybe even this, if you have a dream that you've never went after. I mean, one of the things I've said in life, and it's been probably something I've lived by, is I'm not lived with the woulda, shoulda, coulda mentality. In other words, not with regret. It didn't try to do something, didn't try to do that, or try to do this. And I think that's probably where some of the benefits of some of these side hustle jobs do because they can say, well, I did that or I tried that.
Yeah, I didn't leave anything behind.
Yeah.
And can't get caught in the shoulda, coulda, woulda.
No, the shoulda, coulda, woulda is you live your life with regrets. Why not try something different? Side hustle could even be going back to school and trying to learn a different career. That's a potential because today, there's a lot of different opportunities for that. There's a lot of little jobs that you can do, like starting your own business just online. All you need is a laptop. I mean, it is not that hard to do these things anymore, like it was maybe 20 years ago. Now, because of technology, really, the sky's the limit. It's infinite potential for you.
I see what your next side hustle is gonna be.
What?
Learning to dance.
Oh my gosh. I probably can get an old twister board and see if I can work I
Do the
don't know.
twister. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We should do ballroom dancing. Would that be graceful or what?
Yeah, I think there's a ballroom dancing, facility right around the
That
corner
would
from
be
the
good.
office.
Would give them the challenge of their life, I tell you. But I think keeping people, keeping us going like that to stimulate mind and stuff like that does build freshness. So people today, and we've shared this before in previous segments, with 1 in 4 people in America being on antidepressants, right? That's a huge number. 25% of how many billion people do we have in the United States? That's not okay, right? And because of that itself, sometimes if you can find something to do to buffer that, and studies have shown that people are less depressed when they have that going because it gives somebody a sense of achievement or satisfaction if they're able to get some success on those things.
I totally agree with that. I could be a professional student. My side hustle would be going back to get another degree. However,
Well,
that does not pay the bills.
no, and she does do that sometimes. We'll be sitting around, she'll be studying on stuff, and I do too. I guess at some point, always trying to learn, and it's interesting. We've tried to continue to expand our learning and skill set by doing
It's
and
so
learning other things.
fun.
Well, it does keep you on your toes,
Yeah.
for example, and so I appreciate people trying new things like that. If you don't do that, your world gets really small, it's really tiny, and
How big is that?
like tiny, tiny, and you don't do anything anymore. And we've seen that as people age, they stop learning new things or trying new things, and they kind of set their career on hold. Don't set your career on hold is our advice. Keep it moving and keep it learning so you can continue to expand your ability to think and grow.
I've always said that what you learn, you have something to give away. So if you learn it, you can learn one, do one, teach one.
I love that. So your side hustle then can become something that can make you a better person. It can expand your horizons. It can pay some bills, right? It can give you some freedom, and it might just lead you into a brand new career and brand new opportunity. And if you don't do it, you might regret it. So we encourage these things. These are good.
You can see us on Sherwood.tv, find out more about our practice, more about what we do, our plans, our products, and you might just want to check out Kingdom Fuel.
And when you navigate through these economies with people, here's what happens. We want to hold their hand through it, let them know when it's time to buy, sell, reallocate, get out of Dodge. Because a lot of times when you're struck with fear does two things. Number one, it can paralyze, and people just put their head in the sand and say, I'm just going to forget about it and hopefully it gets better. Or it causes you to make a wrong decision. And this is why we are here, is to help people navigate through the political quagmire nonsense that's going on, the economic malaise, and the absolute collapse that we're seeing. And when our freedoms are eroding, our political freedoms, our economic freedoms, our personal freedoms, our religious freedoms, our health freedoms, they're all tied together. But you know what doesn't need to erode with that? Our finances.
KirkElliottPhD.com/Sherwood.
Hey friends, you already know the answer to this, but we'll ask you anyway. If you stay away from your favorite junk food for a month and then go back to supersizing it, will your health improve?
Well, that's the thing about change. To change, we have to be as consistent as possible.
And when we go back to an old habit, it's not the end of the world. We just get back at the new habit.
Before you know it, real transformation is evident to you and others.
That's why we offer a bunch of helpful bonuses when you subscribe to Kingdom Fuel.
Kingdom Fuel is our complete nutritional meal shake.
It's the simple start to a transformed life, and we'll auto ship every month so you don't run out.
You'll receive 2 free shaker cups, free access to our video courses, and a monthly call with us filled with practical inspiration.
Just see the link below or on your screen and subscribe today.
The body's amazing at recovery, so you want to give it every chance, no matter what time it is. So in that context, no, it's certainly never too late. You're never too old to start trying to be healthy.
No matter where you are in terms of your health, that you can turn this around.
It's never too late to start a wellness program, and it's never too late to reach your healthcare goals. There's an old adage, and I'm not sure where it came from, but I really do like it. And they say the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today.
We just want people to hang on to hope.
We are hope dealers. And if you are not paying attention to the 4 foundational pillars of health, physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual, eventually it is going to catch up.
If we get all those 4 areas right, and we do it right, we see a dynamic occur in the middle called wellness, and that's where people get better. Their health is really going to return as a side effect of wellness.